Welcome to Front Row with Michael J. Curtis.
Boss of all boss.
A podcast where we dive into the world of pop culture, politics, entertainment, and more.
Black people, what's going on? It's Michael J. Curtis coming to you from the kitchen. Okay, so it's Kitchen Table Talk. Kitchen Table Talk with my guest. It's not really a guest. It's just more like I'm cooking, come over. Scalez, we got Scalez in the building. Everybody clap it up, Scalez. Everybody clap it up. This should be fun. All right, so we got to introduce. I just got to show them. We got on my end. We got like a hold on, let me take a look back top. We got a shrimp scampi pasta. Can y'all see that? I'm gonna show y'all how I made it. I'm gonna upload the videos. I was supposed to show you at the beginning of the video, but I ain't had time.
You can get back to it.
Yeah, Scalez got chicken Alfredo.
I got chicken Alfredo.
You know, that's what niggas order when they go to Olive Garden.
Yeah, that's all niggas.
Chicken Alfredo.
It's pizza, spaghetti, and chicken Alfredo.
Pizza, spaghetti, chicken Alfredo. That's all niggas know.
Niggas don't know nothing shit else on that menu.
Don't give me nothing else. I'm not interested in crazy.
They go to pizza restaurants and they be like, a margarita pizza? What's that, a drink?
Yeah, no.
That's a pizza.
It's a pizza. You gotta check it out. Expand your palate.
Exactly.
But then,
like you told me, get cultured, nigga.
Get cultured. I was like, I want you about steak and chicken.
Non-cultured, nigga.
Non-cultured. What you want? You gotta be cooking.
I told you, no, I want lamb.
Right. I like you gotta be cooking yard bird. All right, fine. I was making shrimp. I'm like, I'm gonna be extravagant. I was gonna show y'all how to really do it. I do got it though. I'm gonna put it up when I get done. But anywho, we got a lot to cover today. You come out with an album.
Yes, sir.
Joining with Mr. Mark Strong. I'm gonna say Mark Strong, but what's his rap name?
Birdie.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yep. So then we got that. We got Milwaukee Takes ATL. You have that event going on.
Yes, sir.
Of course, you have Slicktalk with Scalez.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be with my boy Don.
And Sheree.
Girl on the balcony.
Yeah.
Definitely. And Ken. And so the Mike Play Cousins is basically like another homeboy from home.
Facts.
So it's really, really cool. Then we got I went to Milwaukee, Texas. Houston.
Did you?
I don't know if that's what it was though. I think that was Racine.
Not Racine, Texas Houston.
I thought that was Racine. You know, a little Kenosha sprinkled in there. I seen it. I'm like, I don't know these people, and I don't think anybody else does either.
Hey, but what's funny is the same thing happened to us in Phoenix.
Yeah.
We was going places like, who the fuck are these people? You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen you in Milwaukee a day in my life. Where are you from? They like, no. I seen it, and the people I saw, I swear to God, I feel like they go to them little hood bars on the east side. You know, some shit called like the Silver Fox or something like that. I'm telling you, because I ain't never seen it before in my life. You know the bars that you be like, I'm not going in there.
Yeah,
They going in there. They go to Savoy's. That's who was there. Savoy's Patriots was there. I'm telling you, I know it was. You know how I know Savoy's Patriots was there? I seen an old man there with his chest out. He was like, I swear he was going to the crowd. And he was confident too. I didn't know what to do. I just stepped out his way. I'm going to give him respect. Obviously, I was on his territory.
So you was going to places that the Milwaukee events was at, or you was just going to shit in Houston?
Listen, I learned my lesson in Seaside.
Okay.
So let me tell you what happened in Seaside. All I needed was one experience. So I go to Seaside, right? You paid again. It was what, $20? I don't know how much y'all paid for the free tickets, but I got it for $20. So I paid $20. Then I got it's a little gate. First of all, we didn't even know how to walk up. It was like on the corner. So when you walk in, so you know you walk in the gate like you know how cattle. You ever seen Cargill?
Mm-hmm.
Now they had the cows go to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what you're doing. You're walking down through the maze to get to admissions. I don't know for what, because admissions was like right there. It was like here's the club. There was a door. I don't know what they had that little. There was not. That's like Lux having that.
Okay.
It's like what's the point? The door is right here. Okay. So they had that. So you go around. I get to the security guard. He like I had on like a Henley, like a black Henley. And if anybody knows what a Henley is. Very different than a t-shirt. Like this is a t-shirt with a design on the front. I had a Henley on. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, it's gonna be $40 for the shirt."
For the Henley.
For the Henley,
okay.
because he
so
said,
what you was supposed to wear? Some shit like a collared shirt.
First of all, let me tell you about this nigga. I talk about unculture. Okay. I said, he said you got on a t-shirt. I said it's not a t-shirt. It's a Henley. He said, "What's that?" I said, "If you asking me what's that, you probably shouldn't be." checking people for
at the door on what they got.
At the door on what they have on. That probably ain't your field. That ain't your thing. You should be in the back with your chunky ass. That's what you should get in the back and leave me alone. He was joking. He had harassed at least 4 people before I got to the front. So I ain't take it personal. So my cousin paid for it because I don't carry cash. Anybody know me? No, I don't carry cash. So my cousin paid for it for me. And she was irritated, so she cussed him out and she paid me $4. She cussed him out. You doing too much. You know, Milwaukeean, basically, in Houston. We get in to the bar. First of all, it's 100,000 degrees. It's in the bar, it's 100,000 degrees. It's 50 million people. I know it had to possibly be a fire hazard. I'm sure it was a fire hazard. I'm pretty sure it was too many people. We get in. I see maybe 4 Milwaukee people out the whole crowd that I recognize. And then I proceeded to say, okay, y'all, it's time to go. And the reason I said that is because I literally didn't recognize nobody. The niggas knew Trina by heart. I was impressed. I was impressed.
What Trina song?
Look back at it, Trina. I got an ass so big like the sun, Trina.
Niggas was rapping that?
Rapping the fuck out of it.
Man, you can't rap that.
Yeah, and I was drunk too while I was watching.
You know, I'm big on man code. You can't rap that. Like, that's not, you can't be rapping.
Nigga said I got an ass so big like the sun. I said, sir, for real? We gonna do this here?
You can't.
It was amazing. I was shocked. I was shocked by the experience there. So it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it a little bit because I went to a club there called Uptown.
Mm-hmm.
Uptown Lounge. That was pretty cool. We went to a restaurant to have brunch called Smooth. That was pretty cool. It was pretty lit. Outside of Milwaukee events, it was pretty lit. Them other events, I don't know if I can do though. That was a lot for me. The pregnant gorilla did a lot. To take the night, I couldn't even believe.
So the only Milwaukee event you made it to was
Seaside. At the Seaside, I was done. I said, "Oh, this is obviously not my territory. I'm obviously well outside of. I ain't supposed to be here."
So this was a cousin trip. Y'all planned
it? Yeah, it was
because of the Houston thing, or just y'all was going.
We planned it because of the Houston thing. Okay. It was like a thing we were gonna do, and we were gonna go together and knock it out the park. But yeah, we went to Black Ink Houston though. That was cool. That was a cool experience. I didn't know any of the tattoo artists there, but I'm like, y'all gonna be on TV? I don't get it. Y'all know. I'm like, y'all gonna be on TV? He was giving me a tattoo. He said it's $100. You see how small the tattoo is?
Oh my God.
He said it's gonna be $100. I said, is you on TV? Is that what you're doing? Because if you ain't seen on TV, you should really be fit.
Yeah, that's the Black Ink tax they put on that motherfucker.
Right on top of it.
See, that Caesar's cut.
Oh shit. Then we did that band through a party.
Him and Tay, right? Then they did something, right?
Some type of party, but they did it at the shop. You know how they do on the show?
Yeah.
Being cheap. But when we showed up, he was just sitting on the car. There really wasn't nothing going on. That's how we discovered Uptown Lounge. Okay. That's like across the street. But I think we showed up too late because we was at Seaside. We had left with the Seaside. We were supposed to go from Seaside to Black Ink Crew or Black Ink. Then once we got there, it was too late. So we went over to Uptown Lounge, which was pretty cool. Nice little spot. Ever in Houston, check it out. Uptown Lounge was cool. We had brunch at Bar 2200. That was dope. Snooze, that was dope. What else we got? The Daiquiri drive-through.
Drive-through?
Don't sleep on it.
Houston got all kind of
crazy. The Daiquiri drive-through. There's a Daiquiri drive-through. I'm gonna bring it to Milwaukee. Watch, y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna put it on Capitol. It's a Daiquiri drive-through.
See how long you stay.
Oh, right. You see what I'm saying? I put it right on Capitol. It's the Daiquiri drive. They already drive crazy. I'm like, look, they drove crazy before I got here. It's not me.
It's still gonna be your fault.
It's still gonna be my fault. Yeah. So I'm like, the Daiquiri drive-through. It was cool. Then we went. We had a number of different little nice little things, but it was outside of the Milwaukee, Houston situation because y'all just had a lot going on. Who did that event? Do you know who did that event?
That was Damo, Guapo, and DJ Banker.
See, I should have asked before I went.
Yeah. If
I would have done that, I would have been like, oh no, I'm not gonna go to that. I don't know.
I mean, I seen a couple of stats where people was giving them brothers shout outs, you know.
Of course they was giving them a shout. I didn't say about James Uptown. But that motherfucker.
I was talking to somebody earlier, you know, we was speaking like we didn't hear much about it. I didn't hear nothing good or really bad about it. I said you and maybe a couple of other people that I knew were making stats.
People said, Mike, I thought y'all saw people.
I saw a video of a friend of mine, Jane Doe. I think she celebrated her birthday, but all her videos are lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? She just lives a lit lifestyle. So I don't know if that reflects the weekend or if that reflects her. You get what I'm saying? I think that's more on her. Yeah.
I was there. I don't even like women, but I still was like, well, damn, y'all ain't y'all ain't gonna try? You know what I'm saying? They just ain't gonna try. You just ain't gonna try. You just gonna wear the fake.
I was laughing at your stats all week.
I couldn't take it. I was like, y'all was cutting up. We was in front of company.
That shit was hilarious.
They had a lot going on. Then, then it was raining.
Yeah, I heard the weather was iffy, but I seen like maybe 2 or 1.5 days where it was really nice though.
I will commend them. It was a multi-generational event.
Age-wise?
Let me tell you something. I think an 80-year-old man walked through.
I mean, that's kind of how Phoenix was. Phoenix was all ages. It was like all levels of, it was like 21 to 45 type shit. It was everybody.
I don't know. I'm probably with my grandpa.
No.
That's a whole lot going on.
But I mean, when we used to do the white and the black party here,
yeah,
all ass people used to be at them parties too.
No, the white and black party, I understand. You know, they can sit around, put their suit on and whatnot.
They usually leave before we start turning up.
No, yeah, they gotta go. Yeah. They're like, you know what? So I got a lot happening. We gonna just
y'all about to be doing way too much
for all that, and we just gonna let y'all do your thing while y'all out here. Now, Milwaukee takes Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Okay, Milwaukee takes Atlanta is July 8th through the 11th. We did it last year in November, or was it late October? Somewhere in there. No, it was November.
Right.
It was November right before Thanksgiving. We did it last year, and we coming back to do it again, and we want to do it in Atlanta, especially in the summertime. If you know anything about Atlanta, in June, July, and August, it's extra lit. Atlanta's lit all year round, but the summertime Atlanta is something different. So we wanted to come back this time and do it, and it's a website. It's MilwaukeeMeetsAtlanta2.com. You can get your tickets and all information on booking VIPs and all of that. All the information is there. You can use my name as your access code when you do purchase your tickets, if you would like. There's a lot of other people helping push and promote it. It's put on by T. McGee, Nate, the owner of Lux, Maintain. They came together and did it. But we also got the Hookahs R Us Lounge is involved in it this time, and also a bar out of Racine, 509 Social Lounge in Racine, owned by Billy Smith, young black brother. It's a nice joint down there, and he involved in it too. So about 5 or 6 of them came together. But we got Fabulous Saturday co-hosting a day party with me.
You're not gonna rap
Saturday. I believe he's gonna perform. And then Thursday, the first day, we got Cascade, the skating rink where they shot Atlanta at. We're doing a skating event the first night there.
Y'all don't wear the clothes?
I don't know. I don't even skate, but I'm just going for the environment and atmosphere.
You don't skate?
No, I don't skate. And Cascade is serious. You know what I'm saying? Cascade is like getting on the Atlanta freeway and trying to drive like you know on the Milwaukee
freeway. For real?
Or the Houston freeway like you on the Milwaukee freeway. You gotta get on there and get down.
No, you gotta get on, get off.
Yeah, exactly. They're not playing. So at Cascade ain't none of that scooting shit. Like
and that's what we do.
Butler. Yeah, you can't do that at Cascade. They gonna run your ass off the road.
No, I'm just skating. They used to be our pastime.
Yeah,
brother skating there.
They skating for real, but we just wanted to do something different. Shout out to Lydell. He do the shindig, and these brothers just did Houston to Milwaukee to Houston, but we just wanted to add some different shit to ours. So then Friday we got a bar crawl.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Where we got 3 bars that's right next door to each other, and we got 3 different hosting DJs in every bar. You get a wristband to go to every bar at night. You know what I'm saying? And bounce bar to bar. And then, like I said, Saturday we got Fabulous, and then Sunday we got Lakaya Danae, Milwaukee's own, Sunday Quality Control. She's doing the Jersey.
She finally gave me one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She finally gave me one.
We talked about it. Yeah, we talked. About it.
She finally gave me one.
She worked, and I told people we gotta be patient. Man, she's nice. She just turned 20, but she was 19 years old when she signed that deal with the people last year. So we gotta You know, the City Girls took a little minute to get to where they got to.
Yeah.
It took a couple of records, even Lil Baby. It took
I think her talent is all the way
a
up.
while to get there.
I'm just saying.
I just think that label rolls their artists out slow. They don't rush anything, and I think that's why they have the success that they're having. If you look at all their artists, if you look at the trajectory of them, it took them all a minute to get to where they are. Lil Baby had a bunch of records that I thought was dope, and when they were playing in the club, and half the club would be rocking. Now you drop a Lil Baby record, and the whole club is rocking.
You know what? They usually only care about July 10th. Tamika said she only care about July 10th.
Yeah, we know Tamika.
What's July 10th?
That's Fabulous.
Oh.
She talking about coming down just for one day.
You got a crush on Fabulous?
Just for him.
It's a little dangerous. Duck.
Allegedly. Shout out to Don, air quotes. Allegedly.
You have to learn how to duck.
Yeah.
Don't talk too crazy. That's awesome.
I am about to have my name on flyers with the nigga. Coming back finding this video like, hey, what was that shit you in your
what was that Mike said?
Talking in the kitchen.
All the views and opinions expressed here on Kitchen Table Talk is that of Michael J.
Allegedly.
It does reflect. It does reflect.
Am I tripping? I be hard to keep up with these celebrity chicks. They be pregnant all the time. But wasn't she just recently pregnant?
They still together.
Had a baby, right?
They still together.
Okay. I know they still together, but I'm just saying they just had a baby too, right?
Tamika said she fight back.
She gonna fight for her love.
Yeah, she's gonna fight back.
She ain't going.
No, but I think that's dope. That's what artist people can see definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought that was big when we landed him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even getting Lakea to get down with it, because like I said, it's a hometown Rep Your City Jersey party.
Yeah.
And the one last year was big when
we
did it, so it's even bigger to have her a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
That is a big deal.
Yeah.
To have, and she's a major artist on a major label. Yeah. And so, have we had that in a while? I mean, we got K Camp, but like,
we haven't had nobody who really rep it like she rep it. She reps it. So we haven't had nobody really in a while that repped it with that. That's on that somewhere that's really prominent. Like, we've had niggas land deals other little places, and I'm not saying their deals are little because any record deal is a big deal, but I'm saying she's with that label. She's with the Motown of today, Bad Boy Records of today.
Yeah, because they got a number on it.
Man, they the shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they the shit.
Absolutely. But I got a question. This album, right? Mm-hmm. Is it an album or should I say LP?
You talking about with me and Bergie?
Yeah.
It's an album.
Yeah,
albums are, if you got at least 7 songs on there, it's considered an album.
Album. Gotcha. So, album. How can you tell the story of this album? Like, what it's about? So
this album came about. Bergie is a part of a group called Streets and Young Deuces. Because his full name is Bergie Streets. That's his full rap name. But he's part of a group called Streets and Young Deuces. And they've been around as long as JR the Superstar, a.k.a. JR Scalez. Yeah. Been around like 15 years, you know what I'm saying, doing music. And we always been very cool and fans of each other's music and featured on each other's projects. So we were doing a record one night for somebody else. And we both our verses, we went crazy on the verses. And after we was done, we was like, man, we should do some music, man. We ain't never done, you know what I'm saying? We should do a whole project just for the people, 8, 9 songs or something. Yeah. So we did one record and it came out dope. And we continued to do it over the time. Shout out Don. Don sat in the studio late night with us and helped us map it out. Yeah, map it out. Shout out Dooch. That's who put it out. Everyday Media. Yeah, that's who we put it out through. But that's really the story of the project. It's two cats who've been doing this for a while, and they feel that respect each other's craft, and we just came together to do some dope hip hop. That's lit. Right quick. You know, and so when y'all do that, will y'all be performing or doing like a release? Yeah, I was gonna after I left here. That's funny you asked that. After I left here, because the responses and the inboxes I've been getting today have been very positive. So after I left here, I was gonna tell him that we need to do like a listening party somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So that'll definitely be in the works. And whenever they start letting us perform again, you know what I'm saying, we definitely want to be in line for that, of course. I'm coming back. I'm gonna produce a show. I don't know where I'm gonna do it at. Probably gonna be more. So what is it gonna be, like a variety show? It's gonna be just comedy, pure comedy. Pure comedy. Okay. I'm just get some comedians, random comedians that I like. What comedians do you like? Here, I think Cut is one of my favorite. Cutting Up is dope.
Here in Milwaukee, who makes me laugh all the time? Chastity Washington is amazing. D-Rock goes without saying. Somebody makes me laugh all the time, every time I see him. What's his name? Chris Barnes? He's pretty
Chris
dope.
Barnes is crazy.
But,
You like Martin Hill?
I do like Martin Hill. Martin Hill is really, it's good. Yeah, he's very dope. We were supposed to do, now this is funny. One day, I'll tell you the story.
Yeah.
We was at, it was D-Rock's birthday.
Okay.
So we was at the comfort zone at the whole thing. I just came in as a birthday, you know, comedians just coming back. He's speaking to everybody. I was like, okay, you wanna do some time? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I? Absolutely. Like, thank you. He's, you know, D-Rock, like, thank you. I'm like, D-Rock, why would I say no? Like, I'm not gonna say no. Like, no, it's your birthday. No, I'm not gonna go and say it. I'm just here to, like, no. So we went. It's myself, Kelly, Martin Hill, and then D-Rock. You know, it being his birthday, right? And that was so dope. The people was like, y'all should go on tour. Y'all should go on tour. So we shall. It'll happen one day. One day I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it happen. I'm gonna go down to Chicago. I have to travel down to Chicago now.
Did you go to Kelly's thing when she was here?
No.
I heard it was dope.
Kelly always does.
I think she always dope.
Yeah. Kelly always does.
Her and Vivica
Yeah.
were super dope.
But you know, I don't know why I didn't make that. When you're not on the show, it's hard to remember. And it's not even being funny, like being like, oh, I ain't on the show. Fuck
No,
show.
I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking
hard to remember the show because it's like,
because I would have liked that went and I seen it afterwards. Like,
yeah, like I forgot.
I missed that. Yeah.
I forgot. And then you also, as a comedian, this is probably somebody gonna tell me I'm thinking about it too hard. There are comedians that like show up to your show to like try to scavenge time, and it's kind of weird to me. And I don't want to be one of the people because when I see a stage, I'm like, I want to get on it. You know, especially if it's funny and the crowd is dope and you hear them laugh and it's like crap. You're like, I want to do it too.
Yeah.
Like, let me out. You know what I'm saying? I want to do it. Let me out. So it's kind of, on one hand, you want to be there to support your people, and on the other hand, you kind of want to be like, I don't want to encroach.
I seen you make a stat talking about local movie directors.
Yeah, ain't nobody ever called me.
They ignoring you.
They ain't never called me. They ain't never. Did you know what? I can't even say they ignore me because D-Rock and a couple other people had said that some people had asked them about me, but they ain't nobody called me. They treat D-Rock like he's my manager, which I don't mind. But
Shout out D-Rock.
D-Rock is dope. I know D-Rock like, such called me. I be like, they did? Why you called me? You're like, I don't know. I told him to call you. I don't know. I told him to call you. But I like it. I think it's dope because sometimes he screamed a lot of BS.
Mm-hmm.
He be like, Sis just asked me if you could do this, but
I told him, yeah.
Yeah, that I told him, I don't think you should. I don't think you should do it. Or he'll say, this is something you really should do. Because sometimes it don't sound that intriguing. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, I don't know. I don't do that.
People be bullshit.
Sometimes they do. And sometimes it's actually a great opportunity. There was like a new black travel channel that was just started here, like a little cable channel on like Prime Video and all of that. Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, I've never heard of it, but I'm gonna come check it out. And it actually was fully black owned, African American, what they call it, African American Center or something like that. Chambers of Commerce. Yeah. They do it there, so it was really dope. So they had that particular thing, so that was really cool. But outside of that, no, there's a lot of stuff I've come. I went out to Appleton. That was an event that I thought I wasn't going too much dig. There was nothing but white people. When I say it was nothing but white people, I mean it was nothing but white.
So what was up there?
It was a little comedy show that was put together. It was two black promoters putting up a comedy show. Somebody said, did Martin used to have a comedy club, or maybe he still does. Marlon does have a night that he called, I think it's like Marlon's Comedy Club. It's kind of like out of I believe he uses a hotel.
Oh.
So I think that is something, but that's something he still does. I don't think he stopped doing that.
Do you think that's what's hurting the young black comedy scene here? Is that it's not a central location place where you can see comedy every night? Yeah, because when I hear these, not to cut you off, I hear these comedian stories.
Yeah,
I always hear these stories of, we all came up in the comedy clubs together.
Yeah.
I don't get to hear y'all tell those stories. Mm-hmm. I hear y'all, we all came up in the clubs booking nights and we just put each other on the bill. And
basically.
Like we do for parties here.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's like that shit. Yeah, it's all you can do is people want to open up comedy clubs. I think there are Milwaukee comedians who would love to open up comedy clubs, but you just money, and then comedians have to be consistently funny.
Facts.
And you have a lot of
serious about their craft.
Yeah, and a lot of people that are doing comedy in Milwaukee, and some people have been doing it for years. It just ain't funny. And it's harder for people that are funny to get people to come out to shows because they don't went to this show, they don't went to that show, and this person is consistently put on the show and they're not funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you hear when comedians complain about another comedian not being funny, it's not because we really care. It's that you're doing these shows and you put a bad taste in people's mouths when it comes to comedy shows. So when they're coming to a comedy show and it's 4 people on the bill and only one person on the bill is funny, like,
Well, shout out Lena Cole, because she used to do the Funny First Sunday for Comedy Sports, and that was really dope. She used to bring out-of-town comedians and mix them with local comedians, and that was dope.
And see, that's cool, because you can bring them together. Mm-hmm. And then I also, on the other hand, say to that, we've had comedy shows where the highest person that's being paid on the show is an out-of-town comedian, and they're not the funniest. You know what I'm saying? And they're not the funniest, like by far. Like they're the least funny on the show. So it's like both. It's like hand in hand, but we have to have somewhere we can come consistently. But you also want a number of comedians that are funny that are coming out to the shows. We sometimes have the same few coming out, and so some people get out of seeing the same few. Even if you are funny,
that's true.
They didn't heard those jokes.
That's true.
And you can kind of go off the top of your head, but sometimes you have to come even better than that.
Even Def Comedy Jam, when it was hot, it was the rotation of young black comedians that kept smoking like that. Yeah,
but nobody is coming to comedy anymore and asking, how to do things. There are certain people that they do a few funny videos on Instagram.
And they're a comedian.
They're a comedian. They'll say comedian on the front of their name, and they don't understand why they're going to a show and not able to translate the funny. It's like,
when I had Myron on my shit, he said that was the biggest transition in his shit. How take that shit that made him popular on the internet. He was like, I thought because I was popular on the internet, them jokes was gonna fly in stand up, and he was like, that shit wasn't landing in stand up. He was like, I had to get me a stand up routine. You see what I'm saying? To even be on these bills with these other comedians and shit. So.
Yeah, definitely, because when you going up, you may seem funny like if you by yourself in a skit, but when you got a person that went in front of you and they funny, like funny. And then you coming up and you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no setup. You ain't got no punchline. You ain't got no nothing. You just up there rambling. That's not, I don't care how famous you are. If you're not funny, you're not funny. And then you definitely don't want, I'd rather have silence than that uncomfortable ass laugh people do just because they like trying to like get you to move on. Like, that ain't funny. That ain't funny. Like,
I hate to have that shit happen.
It's weird because don't get me wrong. I've had jokes where they didn't. You like, oh, that didn't hit the way I wanted to, or it didn't hit the way that it did over here. And so then sometimes you just gotta gauge that, like, okay, what that crowd look like when that joke hit, or how did I say it, or how did I talk? Because sometimes it's how you said it. It's not even the joke. It's how you pronounce the words, or how how you spent the joke around the scenario, or brought the punchline, or really brought it out of nowhere. I do a joke about R. Kelly where I mix the R. Kelly, Luther Vandross, and Anita Baker. And so I think You Bring Me Joy. No, it's Heather Campbell. And I do If Only for One Night by Luther Vandross, right? And I play it. I should not be telling y'all my joke because y'all should come out and see it, but anyway. So they play it during the little set. And I was like, damn, I wonder who they was talking to. I'd be like, look the fuck shit out of that nigga. Whoever you singing to, right? That's my joke, right? And then I'm like, damn. I wonder what was like. I said, so then I heard this song, and at that point I played Tevin Campbell, where he's like, can we talk? Can we talk? And I was like, damn, Tevin. So it goes where I link them two together. Two totally different eras of music, but the way I'm able to put it together, make it flow, you'll think the niggas was really talking to each other. And they really wasn't, but you couldn't tell me that when I was on stage. So on stage, I'm able to bring it to them like that and have a little fun with it. That's what R. Kelly talked about. If it was me, it wouldn't have been no damn documentary. They would have been looking for me and said, where's Michael? Someone sucking dick and cashing checks. Yeah. I would have bought R. Kelly Hooked on Phonics. Yeah. I would have bought him My Baby Can Read. And if you would have asked me who it was for in the house, I would have snapped on your ass. Mind your fucking business. Yeah. So that's a joke that goes and that pours into all that different shit, and you can actually have the flow. Whereas,
and there's some places where that joke
ain't gonna do it because white people will look at you and go, "That's not."
Yeah,
I don't think that's funny. I watched somebody say it was a crowd full of white people do a Donald Trump joke. Stupid. That's not gonna land here. It'll land where we from.
Yeah.
It's not gonna land up there because they actually like it.
Yeah, exactly.
So they sitting there like, "What's your next subject? Because this ain't funny. Like, this is not funny to us. We don't find it funny. We voted him in office. He's the president." No, so that was a really cool. That was a really cool experience. It just shows you how the different artists are able to do. But music, I feel in Milwaukee is able to flow a lot better and a lot easier than comedy because you all have connections.
And we got the nightclubs.
Yeah, in a nightclub.
So then that's what I'm saying. We got an outlet to display what we got going on. Y'all don't really have an outlet.
No, because a lot of people.
And like you said, outside of social media, and then every comedian isn't a social media comedian.
No. I do like podcasting and my little lives and all that. But like doing a skit, which I probably could do if I tried, it just ain't my normal day to day. Somebody would have to literally make me sit down and do a skit. Like, come do the skit right now. This is what you're gonna say. And I'm like, nah, switch it. But a skit it takes talent too. It takes work. You gotta write it. You gotta come up with the concept. You gotta come up with what you're gonna do. Record it. Honestly, Marlon is a famous comedian, but I honestly think the girl behind the camera makes me laugh. Kid you not, just as much as Marlon does.
Okay.
So like to me, having her, if he didn't have her saying the shit she say in the background, it's like they feed off each other. It's better that she's there. If she ain't in the videos, I just be like, I need her voice in here. Like I need to hear her say, "You stupid."
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. So to me, that's hilarious. But he does a dope job at that. B. Jones does a great job with social media and actually has his own following. I think a lot of people talk about Myron, and not enough people talk about how B. Jones.
No, B. Jones. You know, when I had Myron on my show, he brought B. Jones with him, and he was giving B. Jones his flowers while he was on the air because he was saying when he first got with B. Jones was reluctant to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, he didn't jump feet first into it, and he getting ready to move and all this type of shit. So I was, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, him and even J-Day. Like J-Day get a lot of views. Who B. Jones do the fight videos with at the mall, or they act like they finna fight.
Oh
yeah.
They
made World Star and all that shit.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I played that on the
and they Baller Alert, all that shit.
It's hilarious. He's like, what? What's that?
And then they hug. So everybody in the store get the screen.
Like what? Like that's hilarious. Yeah, I did. I had it. I played that video of his promo when I had it. So
Speaking of making World Star, so you got the chick from the hair salon.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be on the hairstylist that is on a part of the viral video. So I was like,
how did you find her?
How I find it was I was on the shade room, right? And somebody was telling me about the situation. So I went and watched the video. And I'm like, oh, this is then it was like Milwaukee. I'm like, Milwaukee. So I'm clicking. And I finally find her profile. I'm like, so, you're the stylist? Yeah, okay, all right. I'm gonna holler at you about this. So it's so funny because people ask me like, how did you get these interviews? And I just ask. You wanna talk?
So she was in the comments.
No, she had the credit for the video. So credited her. Okay. The video. So I clicked it and was able to get her these styles, hairstyles, these styles. And so she was really.
Where is the shop located? Where that shit happened at? I wonder.
Oh no.
You'll find. I'll tune in.
I'm gonna ask her though when she get on
those questions
because that was always interesting to me. Like she pulled a gun. My auntie have a shop. It's all the way
crazy.
It's all the way in Cudahy. That's why I'm glad she in Cudahy. You do something like that in Cudahy, you going to jail. Yeah. So she went and I'm watching. I'm like, she really put a gun out about this. About 40. You gonna go to jail over $45? Which is always interesting because she literally was waving a gun. They could have hit the gun out of her hand at any moment.
I mean, she was just a mess.
She was mad. And she was like, if you don't let me out the door, I'm like, y'all could have kicked her in the cat. She already like she went on balance. Y'all could have knocked it over, but I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Why was she, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand.
She was dead. She was dead serious. She didn't want to hand it over. And
that's the ass Bob.
She was like, no. She had just did it.
That motherfucker wasn't
so she was wobbling too, like just and let me out the door. Yeah. They let her out. But I'm surprised that she said she's not gonna press charges though. So that's always an interesting thing.
What's funny is since I've been in media for probably like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tapped in with like all the little messy shit. So I seen that video. Shout out 414 Hype House.
Yeah.
On Instagram, maybe having all the videos, like where the
Tamika's
be stealing the kids, and
all of that.
They have all that shit on there. All the mess that go on here, they have it right away. So
I would have talked to the girl that pulled the gun.
So they posted the video. That's what I'm saying. They posted the video probably about 4 or 5 days before it even made Shade Room. I didn't see that video.
That is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's why when they made Shade Room, plenty of people was hitting me like, I seen your crazy ass in the comments talking about that's Milwaukee. I'm like, yeah, because I seen that video like 4 days ago.
Man, that is crazy. They said that was my cousin that was standing between them. Oh, with the blonde hair, she was trying to defuse the situation. She said, I got the $45. That's how I said, I don't want the $45. Your cousin was going to pay it because she was like, she didn't want nothing to happen. She was like, I'm in here, don't shoot. I'm between y'all. You ain't got to shoot the gun. But she really was mad about that $45. $45. That's why everybody can't have it. Her gun needs to be taken.
That's like a motherfucker going out to eat. They bring us the bill and we just up pistol. Like, we ain't paying this shit.
We not paying it. You want me to pay for it? I asked you for nigga shrimp. Look.
So I heard they were shooting at Casa last night and fighting at Casa.
Hey, so you know the whole thing about that is this not the first time they were shooting at Casa.
Man, it ain't people acting like it's the first time. This
is the first time they were shooting at Casablanca. We may have to shut Casablanca down. Who knew we'd be saying this? Little Indian little hookah place might need to get shut down. Casa.
So from my understanding, they got a way for young motherfuckers to sneak in.
Yes.
They get there before a certain time.
Oh.
Before they put like a bouncer at the door and start a card or something. So
they should start. They need to do what the mall do. They need to do what the mall do. You finish your food, you gotta go. And Mayfair, they don't let them young kids stay up there. They get them out quick. Hey, it's time for you to hit it. We need you to go right now. It's time for you to go. They'll stop and ask you for your ID. I gotta ask your mom when they sorry, sir, we just gotta ask your ID. I was like, oh, I'm impressed.
That's a compliment.
I was impressed. Right. I was like, oh, well, thank you. I thought the beard would let you know.
Yeah.
But I guess they said these young niggas look old.
As they do.
It may not be that I used so young. It may be that these young niggas look really old.
Facts.
And they gotta check your ID to see what's going on. That was a while ago though when they first put it through. But it's real. D-Rock and them was supposed to be participating. I remember when they invited Just Niche and them up here. I should say Kelly. I count Kelly and D-Rock automatically, and I forgot to say Kelly's name. Kelly is who made me want to do comedy.
Kelly Cole.
Kelly has just always been funny to me. Like Kelly is just really, really dope.
Naturally,
just funny and just hilarious. So I love her. So I don't bring up names when people ask me questions. I don't bring up D-Rock and Kelly just because I feel like it's implied.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like saying it's like duh.
Yeah.
Like of course you like Kelly. It's like duh. But maybe she needs to hear that too. And she might be watching something.
Gotta give people their flowers.
Shouts out to Kelly. Kelly Kells. Amazing, love her. But no, what's another comedian that I heard that I liked that was here? She doesn't even do comedy anymore. And I forgot her name, but she turned out to be like a cousin of mine. She's practically like 50 million cousins. But
don't we all?
Yeah, I got like 50 million cousins. So trying to be like a cousin of mine. And she was funny as hell. She's naturally funny. And she said she doesn't do comedy anymore because it doesn't pay off and it doesn't really pay that much if she ain't lying. It don't pay that much in the beginning or until you like really make it. So she ain't lying about that, but she's amazing. And if she did, I was at an event for CW. He was doing a tasting. And so she was there and he had just invited her there to kind of be funny. And not really be funny, but to come enjoy it, but also be funny, same as my invitation was, to come and enjoy it, but also provide some comic relief in the middle there, which I really couldn't do because I was inebriated. Inebriated. But, which I cannot do. It's like inebriation. If I get too drunk, man, I ain't gonna be funny.
Them jokes ain't gonna be landing.
Them jokes ain't gonna land at all. I'm gonna forget them. And I'll tell you I forgot on stage. This is crazy. I forgot that joke. And the people think it's funny, but I be dead serious. I be dead serious. Like, oh, I forgot that one. My bad, y'all. And that's one experience on one hand. But as an artist, like how do you tread that line between being an artist and a podcaster?
The thing that I think is cool with it for me is that I'm tapped into the culture.
Right.
So it gives me like almost a cheat code over other podcasters.
Right.
Because I got a direct line connect to people as opposed to other people might have to go through routes to connect to people because they're not in that lane.
Or be like me, just obnoxious and show up in the inbox. Hey!
Yeah. And, you know, like 90% of the people that I booked for my show are relationships that I had way before I started podcasting.
I believe
like, for instance, I had core DJ Kev on there yesterday, and I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I've known Kev 15 years, so.
Yeah, that's it.
So, and then like last week I had Rizzy on there, and that's, you know, that's like my brother. I don't know him for 20 years, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the cool part of me being able to walk the fine line with it. Then also it keeps me in depth with what's going on in the culture. So it helps my music, it helps my pen game, my metaphors, me using witty shit, not using old shit that ain't current right now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Do you feel like you have a connection to the younger culture of rappers here in Milwaukee?
Absolutely.
Do you enjoy the younger rappers?
Yeah, I do. I'm a fan of it.
Dope.
Big fan of it.
Who?
Lil Chicken. Looney Baby's my favorite.
I did a joke about Lil Chicken one day. He came looking for me too.
For real?
Funny part about it is Lil Chicken is almost like my cousin too.
What's the tranny situation?
I did that joke real good.
But yeah, Lil Chicken.
That's what he was gonna find out. He was gonna come looking for me, and I was like, "We damn near cousins, sir. Like, with the people that you're gonna call are probably gonna be the same."
It's a joke, man. You know, like
you can't take a joke. First of all, I was there. I don't know what happened. I made it up.
I tell people. I mean, he even laughed at it on my my old platform. Shout out Smoking Gossip. We interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? He even came on the show making jokes like, "Man, I was high and bitch. I was tripping." Woo woo. So you know. But the thing about it is I tell people all the time, you know, like Myron on his way up.
Yeah.
He roasted me. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of views off of that. But he told me, like, bro, I only roasted you because you was popular. He was like, what the fuck is the point of roasting people that people don't know?
They don't nobody know.
What the fuck is the point of that? And I'm like, bro, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't have no problem with
But here's the funny part about that. When he was doing that, even in comedy, I saw it. I thought it was dope. I thought it was a good thing to do. For me, if I'm roasting, gay people call it being shady. If that's just natural for me. I ain't never thought to put that on a video and be like, look, like, for me, it's just more so like, it's different for me. So I couldn't do that. I could probably, but I can't. I don't want to say I can't. It ain't my thing. Ain't my thing. I gotta let him have that. That's dope, and it's a talent. Yeah. To be able to do and have fun with it, and people not be.
But offended. Because DC Young Fly did it first, and then the one on Baby Nigga out of Chicago, Dontario Hudson was doing it too. Myron jumped off of that and went into the cheating ass Myron. Yeah, ain't been in that lane ever since. So
it's gonna be dope. You should do a movie around it. Actually,
absolutely. That's what I talked about it. And when he was on the show, I said that needs a movie immediately.
I wanted to do a local sitcom, like a sitcom with like Milwaukee comedians. Milwaukee people, Milwaukee town. Like,
would it be loosely reality based or reality based?
Loosely reality based.
Like kind of like Husbands of Hollywood.
Yep. I was like, if you just get little different people, like if it was a cast, like you, me, B. Jones to Milwaukee, so that's dope. B. Jones will be on there. People like D-Rock, and everybody gets together and do like loosely reality. That shit would be hilarious. But nobody would. You wouldn't be able to touch that. And some Milwaukee shit on top of it. I gotta find somebody to do it. It'll work. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah, some movie directors, man, get it, Mike, man. He trying to get in these movies.
I'll make it work. Yeah, y'all got all local comedians in it. It's my turn to do a movie. I just don't know what I want to. Whatever role you give me, I'm just taking. Just don't give me no stupid shit. I'm not wearing a dress.
I mean, you know what I noticed about you, man. You might as well just do your own, because that's just like how this came about. You know, 107. It's bullshitting. So you created your own platform. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just like how you had to do this, you might have to do the same thing with the movie.
Oh, definitely. And make it like something like how Insecure started. That would be lit. Crazy. That would be lit.
Because I mean, that's, you know, she started on YouTube. That shit started as a skit, you know what I mean? Like as a short on YouTube. And HBO picked it up. So.
And because a lot of people actually liked it.
And now she got a whole network. Because that first Black Lady sketch show. Have you seen that? Yeah, with Robin Threed and them and shit. All them female black comedians, man. That shit is funny as hell. It's an all
and I didn't even stop to watch it.
Bro, it's on HBO. That shit is hilarious. They did 2 seasons.
Do you know there's people out here that like they don't think that lady comedians are funny? I'm like, what?
Shit. I fuck with female comedians.
I have a friend and she's a girl. She's like, I don't think lady comedians are funny.
A chick made a stat the other day, like, why men be so offended when females be rapping about shit when niggas been massaging this for years. I said, that's insecure niggas. I'm like, real niggas like to hear women talk that shit.
As a matter
I grew
of
up in a
fact,
household with a woman who could talk a mile long worth of shit. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you got to be able to keep up. And
Yeah.
some men are intimidated by a woman who's intellectually more advanced than they are.
I think that's dope.
Yeah. And talk circles around them. Some niggas get scared if they go run into a woman that can talk circles around them. Then they be like, I feel like I can't dominate this situation because.
So what's up with Frank, Nitty, and Von?
Hey. I told them I was gonna talk about it tonight. Look, you did it. This is you. It was look. Hey, I want y'all to know.
Man, you waited a whole
Scalez brought it up.
Scalez,
Scalez, it wasn't me. Scalez brought it up.
waited a whole live.
I gave myself to talk about it a little bit. So you ready? I did not know that they was kind of like Beyonce and Mariah Carey, not Beyonce, but Whitney and Mariah Carey and
Malcolm and
Martin and that. I didn't know that. And neither one of them peaceful. So I don't know who Martin, but you got Frank over here, you got Von. They gonna fight. And I think it should be a selection.
They said
fight.
Von pulled up.
He did.
Live with the camera.
We're live with the camera in front of that man's house.
So on some real shit, Frank is facing rape allegations, or is he not? Like, I don't understand why people playing with that. Like, I make jokes about shit, but that part of the story, I'm not gonna joke about. That's just like I joke on R. Kelly, but I don't joke about the trauma that
that people exactly. So they apparently there was a young lady that went live, and she is stating that her words, mouth raped her.
Okay. What's that? How you mouth rape somebody?
Don't make me laugh. What's
I've
that?
never heard.
Because at first, every time I say it, I feel like I gotta explain it.
I've been on this planet for a long time. I ain't never heard.
You ain't never heard this might be a mouth rape, but apparently, she was asleep. And
he stuck his shit in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same thing Jaguar Wright was accused in comedy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, same, very similar. Jaguar. First of all, Jaguar, she should be a rapper or something, or they need to put her and Kaya on the same show. I think it would be amazing. Cause Kaya dope. I'm sorry, I can't stand her, but I like her.
She's funny as a motherfucker.
Funny as ever. And write it down. That's how I know if she wanted to be a comedian, she could. Cause she literally was writing all that down on her own.
That's the rapper.
Yes, that pen is never. You can't deny how talented Kaya is. You can't deny.
She got hit songs, bro.
Yes, you can't deny. And then
I ain't shitting on nobody who got a hit song, bro.
No, but then let's talk about this. Trina talked about she want to go against Lil' Kim. She said that's the verses. I'm like, no, it's not.
Kim smoking her.
Kim
smoking her on collaboration records alone. Like
that
once
was
we
never
play the I Can Love You Better Than He Can.
Yeah.
I mean than she can, the Mary J joint, or All About the Benjamins, or Quiet Storm with Mobb Deep. God damn, oh, here we go again. Light as a rock, bitch, hard as a cock, bitch. Like you ain't Trina, you got some shit, but you ain't going as hard as that. Lil' Kim in the 90s is the hardest bitch ever. Like, I love Nicki, that's my bae, but you don't go as hard as 90s Lil' Kim. 90s, early 2000s Lil' Kim, ain't nobody going as hard as
Kim was Kim. You can't take nothing away from
Oh, man.
That's why I told you.
Slow Kim, my bad. Only thing slow Kim down is when she caught that case. Other than that, Kim was
no, you remember when Kim was going to she had the TV show. You know, she was on BT where she came out in that no, when she got out of jail. She came out in her little orange jumpsuit.
And did that performance.
You don't know how to market.
You got that from Diddy though. You know what I'm saying? She got that shit from Biggie and Diddy.
Yes.
Yeah, she can't go against Kim. We ain't gonna get the matchup what we want.
The only thing about Kim that irritates me, I wouldn't want Kim and Nicki. I feel like that's disrespectful to Kim.
You think Kim smoking Nicki?
No, I think Kim is not in her. We gotta just keep the legends where the legends are. Let's keep the legends and the youngins separated. That's why
Nicki is the legend of this
generation, but she ain't touching. For me, that's like putting Fantasia and Patti LaBelle on the same.
I get what you're saying.
I'm like, though I love them both, I don't want them competing with each other because I don't feel like they should, and I don't feel like that's right. Like Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle, that's appropriate. Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson would be appropriate. Mm-hmm. Fantasia and
you don't like the cross generation.
No, I don't like that.
I get what you're saying.
I don't like that because I think this generation has a problem with acknowledging, and disrespecting legends and all of that, and I think that just encourages them to do it even more. Those are two different, to me, levels, and I think Nicki already doesn't give Kim
her respect
that she should give her anyway. Because even if I don't like you,
I'm gonna still give
you your respect. I could not like Tyler Perry till I was blue in the face. But that's still Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Like I'm still like
I hate all this shit too, but I still gotta give him his props.
Like that's Tyler Perry. If I ever met him, I'm like, that's Tyler Perry. They keep saying I look like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry ever asked me to play him. Do you understand how quick I say yeah? I was like, yes, so fast. I get Tyler Perry,
if
Brian Pump.
You put on one of them bad wigs tomorrow.
Listen.
And say ashtray, bitch.
Ashtray, bitch.
I'm doing it.
I'm in the movie.
You hear me? We packing our shit and going to the ATL.
You need a new Medea. I'm gonna say Milwaukee. Fuck y'all, what y'all get ready to say about me, but I'm putting on the wig. All right.
Me.
I don't care.
I got a chin neck.
Right. I'm coming with the chin.
And I'm working. He keep all his people working. If you look at it, he used the same people for everything. Everybody working.
Absolutely. I think
all them bad TV shows. He got
even the lady to do the Harlem Shake when she be in the play. Yes, I forgot what.
Think about it. What's bald head dude? Buddy.
David Mann
and his
Tamala
wife,
Man.
Tamala. They've been with Tyler Dog like 20 years.
Let's talk about David and Tamala Man.
That's a long time to be working for that nigga.
Yeah, let's talk about David and Tamala's career real quick. They went from Kirk Franklin and the family, right? God's property.
That's where he got. That's where they came from.
That's where they came from. And then they go into his plays, and this talk about star power. They go into his plays from his plays. They then do a spinoff and have their own reality TV show on BET. Tamala comes out with her own gospel album, knocks out the park.
Then they got to Meet the Browns.
Then they got Meet the Browns. David, man, got his own gospel album. And the man can sing. Man can blow. Like, all jokes aside, Brian
you can say what you want about Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't name too many people who held, you know what I'm saying, held people down like that long.
Somebody said Swift is casted for Circumstances 3. Who is Swift?
Swift is who I had on my show.
Yeah.
He's a movie director, and his movies be on Amazon and shit.
Swift! Holla at the player. Okay, I don't know what role I gotta play. I gotta kill somebody. I don't think I got no. You know, I tell y'all like you can't play gay. Guess what? I'm already gay. You ain't worry about that.
Play a cop or something.
No, that's something I'm against.
You don't play cops?
I don't play cops. I can't be a snitch.
Mike, we gotta play whatever, baby. We trying to.
I'm from Burlock, Scalez. What I'm gonna do is I'll put on a uniform. They gonna say I train them. I ain't gonna never be a
funny cop or something.
I ain't gonna never be able to show up on 28 Champions ever get in my life.
What if they got a nigga funny cop?
Okay, I can do
that. Not one that's kicking indoors at the trap house and shit.
I gotta be a dirty cop. This me. Okay. All right. I need my cut.
Yeah.
Now I can do that.
Yeah.
That'll work for me. I don't know. I'm gonna knock out work. I gotta find Swift on there.
Yeah, Swift Sloan. I'm gonna link you with him.
Yeah, that's right.
I can put that together for you.
That'll be lit.
Look at Tamika on that. I forgot about Swift.
Lit. Definitely. I'll definitely do it. But then they I gotta do something as far as acting. I think acting would be dope. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Have you done acting before?
Yeah.
Outside of video vixen acting. Scalez. I'm not talking about that. No.
Yeah, actually, besides my video vixen rendezvous.
Video vixen resume?
Yeah, my video vixen rendezvous.
Yeah. But
I actually was in a movie that Philly Flyboy shot for Ray Rizzy and B Justice where they played two old guys. It was called Old Timers. It was like a short for YouTube, but it was like 25, 30 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So it was like a movie. And I didn't have a line, but I did like a gesture. And I was in the scene, but I didn't have like no lines. But then, other than that, I did a play for this girl named Nadia, which she's actually turning into a movie now.
Wow.
Yeah, like Ernest E. the Black, young Ernest comedian, he's in it, and they're turning it into a movie. But I did a play with her, and she did it I think we did it at like the King Center, probably like 5 or 6 years.
What's about?
A guy who gets married. And I think he's cheating and gives the wife, like a venereal disease or something at the end or something. It's kind of dope. She wrote it in college. You know what I'm saying? And she bringing it to life now. It's really dope. Shout out Nadia, though.
All right, Nadia.
Yeah.
I don't know what role you got. Like play a doctor that tells her she got the venereal disease. I don't want to be the person to give her the venereal disease.
I'm going to have to hook you up with Nadia, too, man. Let me get your resume. Let me get your...
I'm going to send you my resume for real. You look, I'm going to send it to her. I'm going to send it seriously. Ain't no acting. I'm like, here you go. So I'm a host, I'm a comedian, I'm something about it. But no, so let's even go further into this, guys. Who you think will win the fight between Frank and Von? I'm gonna go with Von. Wait a minute, I don't know. Frank might come back at him.
I'm gonna go with Von, but Frank gotta fight the court if he raping bitches. You know what I'm saying?
You know, Frank, I don't know. I call him Mr. Frank because I figure anybody got a hairline and proceeded back that far. You need to be respected.
But did you see Vaughn?
No. Hey, they said Frank got on live and said, I thought a nigga would see the highlight. I was talking about an nigga would see the hairline, said something. I said, oh, y'all's petty. I love it. I don't like it, but I love it. That's crazy.
I love it.
I
hate to see them doing what they doing, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, like I said, ain't nobody above a joke when it comes to me.
Oh, no.
It's funny.
I cracked so many jokes on Frank before. I cracked joke on Frank right in front of the
Frank and Vaughn is my people. That's why I can do that type of shit and it don't be no smoke behind it because I fuck with both of them niggas.
You know what?
Life.
I told Frank, I said, Frank, you're an activist right until the police showed up. You see that video where the police pulled up? He was like, I said, nigga, you was like, Frank who? Me?
Not me, bro.
I'm not Frank. Who's
like,
Frank?
That's Frank.
Like, that's Frank over there. Like, over there, that's Frank. That's all I'm telling you. Frank is hilarious to me. But what the young lady was saying is that she,
because he was pulling up receipts of where she was still fucking with him after the incident.
and her words were, you know, due to the movement and you know, trying to keep the movement alive and get the people out of jail that were in Madison. That's why she was reaching out to him.
So she went to the police. Like, that's what I'm saying with these allegations. Yeah. Like, don't play with that shit.
A lot of people have, from my understanding, the authorities have been
contacted.
Mm-hmm. Yikes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to my understanding, the authorities have been contacted about more than one individual. Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of people say that these individuals know Vaughn, and they feel like this is something that you would see on Power.
Like a setup.
Yeah,
because
they said Vaughn trying to take him out.
Yeah, but
they said Vaughn got the money, but he don't have the clout.
So they fighting over cash.
They fighting over cash. It's the battle of the cash.
Who's getting more cash?
Who's getting more cash from the community? Who's the bigger activist? And I think Vaughn has seen a weak point in Frank's infrastructure, and he is trying to knock Frank off the map. I feel like this is very opportunistic.
Well, I mean, you know,
Mr. Vaughn. I think that's what's going on.
The thing about it is, you know, it's a stigma out here that men don't get judged. But you do. If you hoe around crazy and it hits the public, even Dr. Martin Luther King, that's the one speck on his beautiful life. Is that he was a womanizer. You see
you shit on his wife.
Yeah, look at Aretha Franklin's daddy. Did you watch her movie?
You know, I gotta watch it.
He was a motherfucker. You see, literally. Yeah, like literally. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that be the thing. Like, I believe a lot of men live that life, but if you're able to keep it private, it's cool. But once it hits like the airwaves.
Now, here's the thing. Now,
that's a hole that they can blow on you at all times.
But Vaughn gotta be careful now.
Because it can happen to him.
It can definitely happen to him. Now, he came out against Tracy Dent for being an inbox hopper.
Yeah.
However, I know a number of niggas, including on a drunk night, myself, they hop from inboxes.
I mean, what's wrong with that? But see, that's what I'm saying. The thing, that's why when people be like, men don't get judged the way women do. Yes, they do, because if you get put out as a womanizer, it's a pocket of people out here who are going to judge you for that.
Definitely.
Period. When you can do what you want to do, I don't judge hoes, so what you judging a male hoe for?
You know what? I definitely don't judge.
No, I don't judge hoes.
You got to be careful with
them. You can do what you want to do with your pussy, baby.
Yeah,
that ain't got nothing
it
to do
belongs to you. Yeah. However, you make sure you keep it checked.
That's just like the stupid logic of women who cheat. Yeah. Back. Like, what's cheating back? So you gonna give your pussy to a nigga that you don't even like that? Because dude cheated? That's some stupid ass shit.
Sometimes it be people they don't like. Sometimes it be a nigga that had an eye on for a minute.
In case of emergency.
Just like The Shy. You watch that episode of The Shy? Yeah. That right there.
Yeah.
They had an eye on for somebody for a minute, and you do something, they like, okay.
So it's like a revenge fuck. But what I'm saying is, why would you give your pussy away? Because I'm out here doing stupid shit. I don't get that.
Because they think it's gonna make them feel better, but really
it's really stupid. That's a stupid, toxic ass logic, right?
It's definitely. It said, didn't the police pick him up on these allegations last year? I don't know if he had charges or if he was just questioning. To me, you paid very close attention. You are right. He was picked up on something like this.
And he was released though.
That's
tricky. If he was released, then we can't really be talking shit about him.
Pending investigation.
Pending investigation.
Yeah. So, They had some more stuff they wanted.
This chick got a restraining order. Do they need to stay separate from each other? Like,
I'm not clear. I will answer that question though.
That's how this shit works.
She's supposed to be coming on, so we shall see.
Ooh.
We shall see what goes on with that. So that's developing.
Interesting.
Yeah. People always scared to just talk about things, and then here I go, like, hey, so you want to come on the show? You want to talk about it?
See, since I got in the media, and even like I said, Don does the allegedly. We're very careful with the shit that we say because, like I said, I got personal relationships with these guys. These are my friends, you know what I'm saying? So I still got to report the news, but I want to be factual and I want to be correct about it. You know what I'm saying? We can joke or whatever, but when people are asking questions like Tamika just asked or whatever, I don't want to be spewing bullshit. I want to be correct about it.
Right. You want to be right. You want to be
right. So that's why I'm happy you know her side of the story because I don't. You see what I'm saying?
And a lot of I saw black women. Let's be clear. Like as black men, I think we take a step back and we listen to the women because we know how niggas is. So let me hear you out. Because even though this is a stand-up nigga on one end, I know he could be totally ain't shit on that.
I mean, because we all can be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So let me hear you out and see what you're talking about. Let me see if I can pick up.
Nobody's perfect.
Now, she's at his house. She sleep. They smoking. They vibe. When you smoke, I don't know about nobody else. But don't your sex drive increase?
Some people would do it. It affects people differently.
You see what I'm saying? Don't
some people
get
hungry. Some people get horny. Some people get sleepy.
Some people get both. Right.
Yeah, weed affects people differently.
So y'all out there, y'all kicking it, y'all enjoying the little weed or whatnot. Then she falls asleep. You pull her titties out.
Damn.
You doing all this. I'm talking about this in a very direct. I'm sorry. You pull out her chest, right? And then chest area. And then proceed to do what you're doing with her and all of that. And she's like, I'm trying to think, I'm here. This is somewhere I came because it's somewhere I have to go. And I'm thinking about, do I want to say something or do I just want to get home? So I did what I needed to do and I got home. She said she told people about it when she got back to where she was going. They told her he was an asset to the movement. And, basically they
hit her with the Elijah Muhammad.
Keep it hush hush.
Yeah, remember when Elijah was having all the babies and he told him, man, shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
And got on TV and talked about it and they kicked him. That's how he got kicked out the nation.
See? And so now that's basically
you're gonna hurt the movement.
You're gonna hurt the movement. And that's what I said. I said maybe that's the position that she was taking when she didn't say anything, right? So now, which is what she said, she did confirm as I was on the live earlier today. She did confirm that that's why she didn't say anything. They told her basically would be an impact.
So you were saying black women were attacking her?
Black women were definitely attacking her.
So that's the thing about it. It's the trauma of our people. People hurt people.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's really what it is.
They
don't even know how to react to that.
No.
That's why that's why I be careful with victim shaming. Like,
yes.
Even in the R. Kelly situation, I don't give a fuck if you don't believe in girl stories or not. Like, in every lie, there's some type of truth line.
Oh, no. Let me tell you something about the R. Kelly situation. I believe everything girls say.
Yeah.
However, I also believe everything the girl said. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I believe everything the girl said, but I want you to understand, I believe everything they said.
Exactly.
And when they said their parents were mad because they weren't getting money anymore,
exactly.
I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that part.
You see what I'm saying? I believe that.
I believe some of those girls were sold to him. I believe some of those ladies were voluntarily.
Yeah.
I believe some of those bitches thought they were in relationships with him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I thought. I believe
it was levels too. All of the women that was on there. That's what I thought made Surviving R. Kelly so dope. And I think a lot of people miss that. That the levels to his sickness. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Young girls he can manipulate. Young girls with money hungry parents that he could manipulate. Mm-hmm. Women with trauma in their past that he could manipulate. You see what I'm saying? So it broke down all of those type of things that he was using with it, abusing his power and his money and shit.
But then hear this. Allegedly, his sister raped him.
Allegedly, his sister did, and allegedly, an older man in the neighborhood did also.
See what I'm saying?
Someone that they looked at as like an uncle or somebody in the neighborhood also. So he was getting it both ways.
Both ways. So then, which that's how they said. That's how the
hurt people. R. Kelly
the book say he go.
Yeah. R. Kelly definitely got trauma. That's the one silver lining in his story where I don't nail him to the cross because he definitely has unsolved
But he'll
trauma.
never be able to get the help he needs until he's convicted.
until he's convicted, because he ain't gonna go get it on
He's
his
not
own,
gonna go
because
get it on
he's
his
so
own.
egotistical.
Yeah, and he's never going to admit that he did.
Exactly, and he's been getting away with it for so long.
And not until they actually lock him up and he actually pays his debt, and nothing that he says is going to make or break him, then that's when he's going to come out with the story. And that's why Yana didn't have him on the show, because they actually asked R. Kelly to come on Yana Fix My Life. And she said, if he ain't going to tell the truth,
he ain't trying to fix his life.
He ain't going to tell the truth. He said, I'm not going to help you have a PR cleanup. Like, I'm not going to clean that mess up for you. No. So my whole thing to that is, if he locked up, so should the parents be. And if you don't want the parents locked up, then I don't think he should be locked up either. Because if we selling the kids, how you gonna charge the buyer but not the seller?
Exactly. It started with Aaliyah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. How you gonna charge? You charging the patron, but you're not charging the pimp.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna charge the.
If you buy pussy and you and the prostitute get caught, you and her go to jail.
You, the prostitute, and the pimp.
Yeah, everybody goes to jail. Not just
I got a family
her.
member right now dealing with that.
Yeah, not just her.
Pimp. Well, she was a pimp. She was a madam. That's the proper term, a madam.
Well, they didn't got her on trying to transport.
She was doing stuff. I think she was outside. I think it was transport.
Yeah, because that's what they done did to pimping. They done turned it into kidnapping. And we in the middle of the Me Too movement and shit. They banking people for that shit.
Yeah, all type of stuff.
Human trafficking charges. They hitting you with all kinds
all
of
types of stuff. They don't care. They don't care that the girls come and find her. They don't care that the girls come ask her.
No, that's one thing that they don't play about the victims in those situations. You know what I'm saying? Only situation where I seen where they do that is like if one of the girls killed like a white man, like a Centoya Brown situation. They hung her because she killed a white man. He was a nasty, disgusting hunky, and they were still mad that she killed the white man.
Man, how did you kill?
Yeah.
Not the fact that he
was an underage girl.
but you killed the older gentleman.
Exactly.
And took advantage of. I think that was just really crazy. It's a lot that goes into that. But Frank and Von are feuding. I just hope it don't turn into shooting, because you guys stop showing up people's house.
I mean, I think Von and they peaceful brothers. They gon'. I know Von.
Did you see the latest lives though?
I know Von a fight. No, when I say peaceful, I don't know about shooting, but I know Von a fight. I've never known Frank to be a fighter, but I know Frank ain't no punk either. So I don't know how this shit.
You seen pictures of Frank? Like if you fight here, you know Frank.
But like I said, I wouldn't be worried.
Frank all ass can't fight.
If I'm getting questioned for rape allegations and shit, Von is the last thing on my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a word from Frank, my brother, from my mouth.
Von made pictures.
Or anybody can talk to Frank, share this message with him, tell him Scalez told him to handle that business first before he worried about anything that Von is talking about, for real, because them people was a bigger fight than Von is.
Definitely. However,
we need you, you know what I mean? We need you to clear your name or handle you or do whatever or serve your, do what you got to do, but you need to take care of that expedition.
We need a State of the Black Union here in Milwaukee. We need a Milwaukee version. No bull. Because this is
a town hall meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Could it be peaceful?
If you got the right people up there.
These ain't civilized.
You on one side, I'll be on the other side.
We're going to need Homer Blow and some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to need some more.
You need a lot of people. You need talking. The talking heads got to be there.
Man, shout out to my nigga Tory Lowe, man. He don't be in these allegations and shit. Man.
He
shout out to her.
Shout out to Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe definitely got to be
there. He be too busy working, man. Shit, Tory be doing shit.
Lowe has to be there.
Tory Lowe be walking to Chicago and shit. He be having shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta get everybody together because they gotta be addressed. But you think Frank gonna show up?
I don't know.
Will Frank show up to the Black State of the Black Union Milwaukee?
So I was wondering, like, so just is them niggas just done, like not doing activism shit anymore? Is it over?
No, they said Frank was somewhere in DC.
Like the thing about it is with me is like it's like I told people that shit was trendy.
Yeah.
Like right now, niggas ain't on shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? White people ain't nobody marching or doing none of that shit no more. We was stuck in the house. We had nothing else to do. That was the only way you could really get out the house.
It was basically the club.
Yeah, it was basically the club.
And that's what people
remember Club Walgreens?
No.
Did you ever see that video?
No.
Here, where they tore the Walgreens down on 3rd Street after the George Floyd shit?
No, I do remember that.
Yeah, where they was partying.
Oh, yeah. They had
and Club Courthouse. Did you see Club Courthouse?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Club Midtown.
Club Midtown.
There's a lot of clubs that we just invented and just made sure it was something.
Yeah.
Now, here's another question. If you were to change one thing about the music scene here in Milwaukee, what would it be?
That we stop treating our I hate to call people local, but stop treating our hometown talent as locals and start treating them like they somebody's.
Like they're somebody.
That's it.
That's across genres. And I think that's what other cities have that we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like other cities, when you go see them talk about their people, to them, their people are the best.
And then all the industry shit comes second.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I'm not saying it's just to be funny. It's been some Chicago comedians that came up here to Milwaukee, and Milwaukee comedians have killed them on shows. And I'm not saying that Chicago comedians ain't funny. I'm just saying I have seen people that have been on television bomb in places that Milwaukee comedians kill.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. So Milwaukee got talent. We just got to get behind our talent. And actually all of us start collaborating. I was just telling, like, for instance, I was just talking, you don't really see music artists here doing skits in their videos that include comedians.
No, you don't see that, but when you look at the industry, they all do that shit.
You see what I'm saying? They all do it. So it's like, we don't lean on each other.
Like niggas like Drewski.
Yeah.
What's the one nigga Drake had dancing in the beginning of this video? The one young nigga from New York. Like,
yeah.
And then these niggas be trending. They get millions of followers.
Yeah.
They start getting Instagram ads and sponsorships and shit. Now these niggas is rich.
Right.
A rapper used them for a comedy skit.
Absolutely. And I was just like, I'll write the skit. I'll write it. Just call me and say what the song about. All that, I'll write the skit, put it
But
together.
if it's me and 40 niggas standing on a porch with guns and money, how I'm gonna squeeze a comedian in this skit? I ain't even thinking that creatively.
And you see what I'm saying? That's the part I'm talking about. Like, get creative. Use Milwaukee bars, Milwaukee events, Milwaukee promoters. Like, contact you to come and go to the club, may come and do their video shoot there as you add on Chill Tuesdays or something like that. And actually kill like that. We don't collab here.
We don't incorporate. And see, the thing is you're not celebrating what you got going on. You feel me? So it's like, that's what I'm saying about treating what you got like it's bigger than what it is. You feel me? Like, that's what we don't do here. I remember going to New York back in the day. That's how everything was in New York. Even when I went to Texas, it was all about the Ghetto Boys and Scarface. Jay-Z and all that other shit, you know, that shit came second. It was about Bun B and Pimp C down there. All that other shit came second. When I went to New Orleans, it was all about Cash Money, No Limit, Boosie them. It wasn't about Hove and Nas and Pac and all that other shit. That shit came secondary. Like, we'll listen to them later. But these niggas from here, man, I know Dog Mama went to school with his mama, Boosie Dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they roll. We don't care. We don't carry it like that. Like, for instance, I love what LaKay is doing. I know the brother that's behind what LaKay is doing, my homie Chad, I grew up with. I'm proud of what he got going on with her. And I know her mama.
See?
So I'm proud of what she got. Get what I'm saying? She's about to do something that can change the entire generational world. So I'm rooting for that, bro.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Because
like,
she can bring it back.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't celebrate shit enough.
Yeah.
That hasn't made it. We wait until a motherfucker gets somewhere, and then we want to start celebrating.
Then we celebrate, and that's what I was saying. I think I said it to B when he was on the show. I said, you know, they wait until you get those hundreds of thousands of followers to think that you dope. When really,
you've been dope this whole time.
You've been dope the whole time, and if you actually pay attention, we have pretty dope people. And when you go to these other cities and you see these other people perform, you be like, that shows you do better than you. I was watching the baby perform on stage, and I was going, I know independent artists in Milwaukee that can perform better than that. And I was dead serious. And I didn't even say that lightly. I was just like, he's terrible. He's a terrible performer. Oh my God, he's horrible. Oh my God, he's horrible. I like the album, I like the music, but he's a horrible performer. I hope he's gotten better since that show he did here in Milwaukee.
At the rave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was trash.
Where he kept sitting down and he had that jail suit on.
Oh my God, it was trash. Oh my God. I didn't even know what
it was just cracking in the rave, so that's why.
Basically, we had a good time asking who was there, but his performance was so weak.
I agree with that.
Oh my God, it was so horrible.
He wasn't one of the better performances I've seen.
No, and then he'd be actually bragging about his performances, and I'd be confused because he's like, "I'm the best rapper alive." Shut up.
Yeah, you need to stop that.
This me. Shut up. Like, just do what you do.
I don't know how much of a longer of a run he got. I think he's running out of gas.
Because he keep thinking he's switching up the flow, but he really ain't. Don't it irritate you when he say that? I get irritated every time I hear all turn the song off.
Like, bro, you sound exactly the
He
same.
be like, yeah, I'm gonna switch up the flow. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Like, hey, don't nobody in the studio say that. Be sitting in the back like, no, you didn't.
My thing about rappers is, and I don't know if it's because I'm a rapper, I'm a fan of the art form and the music.
Yeah.
When you start becoming predictable to me, that's when I start losing interest in you. Like, he's very predictable. Like, he gonna rap about getting his dick sucked. He gonna rap about, you know what I'm saying, beating somebody up. Like, it's the same shit over and over.
Definitely. Killing somebody.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah. It's just like he started feeling himself, so he lost the creative. To me, the creativeness. It seemed like when he first started out with that Suge and all that, he was a little more creative. Now it's like just the same repetitive shit over and over again just to get a check. And he's gonna do it. But you wanna know, Lil Baby, this is the Lil Baby era.
Yeah.
Lil Baby has taken over.
Yeah, he's the fucking.
When Charlamagne first said it, I was not getting on the bandwagon, but I believe Charlamagne knew the music that was out before.
Yeah, he get to hear shit before we.
Yeah, so he knew before we knew because he got a chance to hear it. So now Lil Baby has been featured in actually every feature he shows up in. I'm glad he's there. It hasn't been a time that I've heard him and I'm going, you know what, they could have kept that.
He put out the hottest record during the pandemic.
Definitely did.
Yeah, he got us through.
And it was relevant.
And it was dope. It wasn't like corny or nothing. It was like still street and all of that.
All of it. And it was relevant. It was dope. You know who also was an artist that was stepped on that was really good and creative at doing stuff like that? Florida. Legend. Can't get the name out. Not Luke. I'm crack. What's the man's name?
Trick Daddy?
Yes. My Lord. Why I have this problem like that? I'm sorry, Trick. But yeah, Trick Daddy. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Trick Daddy was dope.
Yeah, Trick Daddy was dope.
Yeah. I play Trick Daddy today.
Trick Daddy was dope. He had some shit.
Real dope, actually. So I think if he would have kept, I don't think he ever really stopped, but like really kept going, he'd still be dope.
Now he really into his restaurant shit.
Yeah, cooking in the game, waiting now. So he said
the radio and shit.
And he good on there because he talk crazy. Yeah. So I know he'll be a good
person. They got him and Trina on the morning show. That's dope.
I like to hear Trina speak. Do I think Trina should be a radio personality?
Not really, but I get it in her city.
Yeah.
That's like having Lil' Kim on the radio in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's the queen of Miami. So her and Trick on your radio show in the morning, that's what me and you were trying to accomplish at the radio station.
Basically. They didn't see it though, but that's because they ain't smart. They ain't smart. If you got somebody like yourself that's connected to music,
connected to comedy, that's it for the culture right there.
You're right there. Comedy, politics, all of that. You got that here. We do all that. What more could you want in the morning show?
See, the thing is like I said, what goes on here isn't celebrated enough on a larger scale, so they're not even looking at locally, tapping in locally. They want to tap in outside here, which doesn't make sense. When you got a radio station, you're supposed to tap in with the community.
Tap in. Chicago does it. We don't.
No, we don't at all. You got Leon Rogers on the radio. That's a local comedian.
Leon Rogers is on. Corey Bell is on.
Yeah.
Who else is on?
And then they own with niggas like DJ Sean Mack. And you know what I'm saying? These cats. So it's both cultures blended together. You know
Absolutely.
What I'm saying?
But you know what? I feel like we're gonna have to get a platform that's bigger than the radio here.
And I mean that's what I think these platforms are creating.
Yeah,
it's coming. We just got to keep grinding at this. This is a new.
And kill it.
This is a new thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Kitchen Table Talk is one that I do, and I got front row up there. Kitchen Table Talk, but y'all know what it is. We have to say it. So for me, why didn't they give y'all the spots on 105.7? Don't make sense. He don't know anything about. Okay. Can I get a real answer?
What? Why we didn't get it?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
I mean, it ain't gonna be like you were gonna get in trouble. Shit.
Okay, well, here's the real answer to that. All right, and I guess I can't cheat nothing I ain't got. Right. 105.7 theory is it was created just to compete with V100.7. So the staff that are at 105.7 it's very skeletal. If you actually know the artists and the DJs that are on 105.7, there may be two DJs that are from here, and that's Promise and that's DJ GA.
And the other two people are from.
One is from Baltimore, one is from Atlanta, and that's because there are two station managers that are music directors for the whole urban radio section of Intercom. And that particular section they just were created this radio station to take away
listeners from V100.
Listeners from V100, so that 103.7 can be the number one station.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
So there really wasn't an interest in local talent it was more so just an interest in.
You won't really see 105.7 doing Jam for Pieces or community events like V100 or nothing, because that's not what they were created.
That's not what they were created.
Literally created to take away listeners.
Yeah, just to take away listeners
from the competition of their sister station, which is the big sister station, which is Kiss FM.
Kiss FM 103.7. So that's why. So it was never meant to be a full build out of a radio station, which is something that I didn't know. And so after we were already in the thick of.
So technically, because that other station, the Talk or whatever, I don't think they missing the mark too. Yeah. Technically, we still don't have what WNOV was trying to accomplish here 25 years ago. We still don't have that.
No,
so that's why these platforms that me and you do is so fucking important.
It's very important, and really it's crazy because they are trying to teach the people that are on 105.7 how to do this. How to do this.
Yeah. Oh, radio's trying to get into podcasting.
Not 105.7, my bad. What's the truth one? Was it 101.7?
Yeah.
101.
Now they're trying to go to this format.
No, they're trying to get them to be as engaging with the community, to know the people in the community like we do, to be able to speak back with the community like we do, to be able to converse with the community like we do. Those people are activists. Shouts out to Tori Lowe, amazing guy. But it's Tori Lowe a radio show. So they like these people while they are in the community and doing community work, they can't help the show.
No, that's not. He should be a guest on the show.
A guest, right?
A
reoccurring guest that'll come and bring the, this is what's happening, bring it's a different thing. She puts the shrug and the hug in her face. But it's like to the point where we don't have no choice but to create our own platforms. What I love is that we have the largest podcast network
in America.
What is interesting to me also, though, is that some of us reinvent the wheel.
That's kind of my thing too with these pods. Like
some of them should really just condense.
Yeah, like it's a lot of people doing the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
And some of y'all are good at what you do, and some of you are not.
Yeah.
And I've never actually had a candid conversation about podcasts, but I am seeing
the same shit.
So I'm tired. Everybody can't do topics. I know, which is how I know that y'all copied off people.
Yep. Facts. Talk your shit, Mike.
I know y'all copied.
Facts.
And that's the thing. It's like y'all figured it worked with what, I kid you not, and I love my people. I love Black gay people. I swear. I love y'all. I love y'all to pieces. They looked at what me and Larry were doing and they mimicked instead of trying to find
their niche,
their own niche and what they do. And they're sitting wondering why it ain't working for you. That ain't what you do. So pick something else. You know what I'm saying? If you can talk about the current topics, but if you don't know how to bring it in an entertaining way, you don't know how to do it. There are some people that were mad because they couldn't be. Oh, I'm speaking too much, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Mad because they couldn't be guests on our show, and then we started their own show. Where what they don't understand is, in order to fill an hour show, you gotta have something to talk about for an hour.
I mean, that's what we was talking about off camera, right?
Yes. Yeah. You gotta have something to talk about for an hour.
You know how many people I get where I have to screen it? Like, what are you coming on my show to do exactly?
Yeah, what are you coming to talk about?
Because me and my gang can hold down an hour and a half with no guests. So if I'm gonna split this time that we could be using to let you into our space, what do you really have going on?
What do you have to offer the platform?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So I'm sitting and I'm going, okay, it's cool. We could have you on. And I have to keep it real. Sometimes they'll think it was my decision. And don't get me wrong, there's some people that I absolutely have an absolute no for. Hell no. They can come here. And sometimes that was because I didn't really like kind of what they represented, or I really wasn't trying to buy into what they were doing, or I didn't want to connect my platform to what they were doing. I really wasn't interested. And that said a lot, because I done went to some places for some people. So yeah, I'm just at this point, I want a lot of podcasts, but at the same time, I'm glad that we have that.
I think it should be more diversity. I bet you it's too many of the same shit, and there's so many things that go on in Black culture that we should be able to cover that shit and spread it out.
Cover.
Now, even if you're doing topics, like for instance, there's some cats that record where I'm at, and they're all barbers and beauticians. And I said, that's genius, because barbers and beauticians get all the tea.
All of
Why
it.
when y'all having a podcast, first of all, it promotes your businesses. So you're investing in yourself. And second of all, y'all get all the tea.
Yeah.
Two beauticians and two barbers sit down once a week and chop it up for an hour and a half.
It really should be story time. Y'all should not be doing topics. We're gonna give you some. I'm gonna give you some free game. It really should be just story time.
It could be story time. They could go off with just shit they deal with in the
Exactly. It should be nothing but story time.
Like we just went viral for a girl pulling out a gun.
Yes. Like it should be nothing but story time. So if you do that, then you're dope. They can be funny. They can be sad. It could be something like the Strawberry Letter from Steve Harvey, where you could talk about the fact that you were sitting there, you gave a girl advice, she asked you about this, her boyfriend said this, what do your viewers think? That's dope. Another dope one that came out, Boobs and Brunch.
Okay, I was about, damn, you took the words.
Yep, I like them. I like them immediately.
Yeah, shout out Cindy and shout out Shay.
Yeah.
But I got like an inside with them, and Cindy was coming to me for a lot of advice about before they were starting it, and I told her, what y'all doing is dope, because even with me, I ended up where I was at because of the setting. When Strick called me and asked me what I was doing on the podcast tip, I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. He like, man, I got the studio in the Sherman Phoenix. Ain't nobody using it. I created this shit for podcasts. If you can come down here and bring me some podcasts, bro, my casa, su casa.
Right.
84 episodes later, we got 40 podcasts besides myself recording in that space.
And it's really dope. I couldn't get in. It was a good time. I also had I got to record my own, so you don't know I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing this. That's why I'm like, I'm up here like, let me click this.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, even though I'm good at taking, I don't mind doing my own.
You got keys to the joint though, because you in my, when I was down dealing with my mother passing, you know what I'm saying, you held it down for me. So that's
absolutely, and I did. That's without question.
Free reign of my shit, but
I love it.
That's what I'm saying about creating the visual has to be different, because now we're in the visual format. If everybody's potting, what's gonna separate y'all from the pod? Like, I know you can talk shit, Shay, and I know you can talk shit, Cindy. Everybody can talk shit. What's gonna be separating? What's gonna make it intriguing? Oh, damn, y'all doing brunch? Okay, that's popping with bitches right now. You know what I'm saying? Brunch is what's up with women right now. So that's one thing. Then your motherfucker actually cooking the food while y'all doing the show. Genius. Yeah. Bam, ain't nobody doing, you know what I'm saying? Besides you, ain't nobody else really doing nothing like that.
No, ain't nobody doing that. And it's really, I came up with Kitchen Table Talk looking at people do mukbangs. And I was like, I know how to cook. I'm gonna sit and we're gonna talk, because I want to do a show that one topic. I'm gonna do a show where I was just talking to somebody about life. Yeah, exactly. We just chopping. Just random chopping it up where I ain't gotta feel like, okay, let me.
And that's what I'm saying about diversity, because what we're creating is a network like television. You don't want to watch the same show
all over again. All of y'all talking about the same thing.
Everybody's setting look the same. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Which is why I was glad I had my own studio, but at the same time I was like, Tom, somebody please come press the button. I don't want to do this.
Tell me that's why shout out Tom, shout out Ken, shout out Don. Without them, I wouldn't do what I do, because I feel like I'm a lazy, spoiled brat.
You know what? And that's what Tom said. Tom said, I'm gonna come put your studio together, and I don't care about putting it together and telling you how to do it, because I know no matter how much you know, after a while you gonna get tired of doing it. I'm like, and I'm on my way to get tired of doing it. That's how people don't know. You like, you be like,
forever in debt and grateful to them niggas for that.
But I am getting an intern though, so we shall see what happens with that. Maybe I'll go a little while longer, as the church song say, a little while longer.
Just hold on a little while.
I'm gonna hold on a little while longer just to be able to do it. But you know what? We have literally did an hour and 30 minutes. I ain't holding you, am I?
No, you ain't holding.
Okay, well, we're gonna go into some more stuff. So look. If you had to pick, I'm sorry. I have to give a shout out to Get You a Piece podcast with Joey Streeter,
that's my brother from R&B Live.
That's my people.
To do R&B Live together.
Love that podcast, and that's because it's basically Joey has transitioned. He originally had another friend of mine on Richard. He originally had Richard. They were co-hosts, but Joey has really turned it into and I don't call him Joey, I call him Jerron, but I'm calling Joey just for the sake of the show. Joey was able to keep that going. Like, when I initially had a podcast with the co-host, I had to take a break. Like, okay, let me rethink this. Do I want to get another co-host? Do I want to go by myself? Do I want to do this? How do I want to take it? And I did have front row, but I really wasn't juicing front row like that, because I was too busy doing Tea Party. And we was getting 30, 40 views, 40 live views. You know what I'm saying? Live viewers. Like, they watching and actually, niggas. Yeah. Y'all supposed to be on it now. What's up?
Yeah.
Like, all you, what's up? So I'm trying to get front row back to that. And that's why you see me going after these interviews. Like, let me get my clock back up a little
sure,
bit because I think they like you've been BSing for this long and we done forgot that you existed. So
Joey moved, right?
He's moved to Texas. He's gonna be in Houston. I actually have him on the show this Friday, so he's gonna be our guest this Friday. We're gonna do it remotely, live from Houston. He's gonna be while we're here up in Milwaukee, interviewing him and discussing. We'll have more on Frank and them. What other podcasts do you like? I like that one.
I like TZ Talks. I don't know if you know about TZ Talks.
No,
but I like TZ Talks. I like Red Table. I like Real Bar Talk with Casey and Tori and them. I also like Horatially Awkward. Mimi. The sex, she's the porn star, the girl, the local porn star who sells the sex. She's the one that got everybody buying the roses. That's her.
You know some interesting people. Yeah. I didn't even know we had a outside of fella. I didn't know we had a local
She's the female goat, fella's the male goat.
Okay, I got you. Because fella's on top of roots and everything else.
Man, fella is the goat.
That is hilarious to me. Fella was there in Houston.
Yeah. I seen him posting from Houston. Yeah,
so I like Grind My Gears. Grind My Gears is one. Me and Robin kind of did our one show, so I like for everybody to kind of get into me and Robin. I think Robin and I think that's a really dope.
It's another one. I like Milwaukee Vibes. It's another one that I like though. Ruffled Feathers.
Ruffled Feathers. I know Ruffled Feathers.
That's Ray. That's Sense of Ray now. That's
yeah.
I like theirs.
I know Ruffled Feathers is good. Balance. Something. What is Kirsten's podcast name? Balance. Aaron, the producer podcast. See, it's a number of people that do really good podcasts. But you got to get out here and do your own thing. Horizontal Refreshments, which are young men of different backgrounds, whether it be bisexual or LGBT.
That's dope.
Horizontal Refreshments, they talk about.
See, that's dope.
It's nothing but sex.
You don't usually have that group of people. Talking about something.
Yeah, and they always talk about sex. And you want to know what? Women are very interested in gay sex, which is weird. But okay.
I don't know. Women. I just think women are just sexual.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
eroticness spews from a woman. That don't really come from them.
That's why they read in the book
thing. Really,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they get down.
Yeah.
So that's their podcast. Then you got who else I listen to? But that's to be expected. That's why I moved my show on Tuesday and Thursday. If you actually noticed.
I didn't even notice. But
I moved my show on Tuesday.
Okay,
I was doing daily, and he was like, "Why do you stop?" I'm like, "Cause I watch other podcasts."
Yeah, I wanna. Me too. That's how I am. Because we had thought when we first sat down, we had talked about doing 3 days, and I'm like, the old pod I was with, we was doing 3 days, and I'm like, I ain't doing 3 days this time. I just want to do 2. You know what I'm saying?
2 it works. So two is enough for me, especially having to put this equipment together by myself. I'm like, God, you talking about here screwing stuff together, putting it up. I'm the production assistant, the producer, the host.
Look, I'm so spoiled and such a diva and a crybaby.
Listen, let me tell you, and then you be having the nerve to be late showing up. This is me. Where the video Dixon at? Late, huh?
to his own
podcast. I said, no, that's all right. I actually prepared. One time I tried to get there late and still got there before you. I said, listen, I'm gonna drop something.
But no, with mine, like I said, with my father being who he is, and then what I've done musically here, and working in the clubs, and just being a socialite and pariah around here, it gives me validity to do the platform. Then on social media, I crack jokes about current events. So for me to bring that to a platform is nothing for me to go through a list of current events because I've been doing that all day on my timeline.
That's like when we first was on the show together. I was watching and I was like, you would think that me and Scalez planned the show, but we did not.
No, we did.
We just was talking.
And
happened to know what each other was talking about. I was like, well, wait, let's go back and discuss.
Exactly. None of that was planned.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I really love about my platform is the organicness of the shit. The only structure that we really have, like I said, is if I write down the current events, but most of the time it's a conversation. Like I said, the last 3 or 4 episodes we did, I haven't even got to my current events list. By the time I look up, it's an hour and a half. And
I've been there when it's happened.
Show. Yeah, you've been there when it's happened.
I have been there when that's happened because when you are going, when it get really good and you're going, you really don't really know.
You don't want to veer off into that goofy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we talking about some real shit or some in-depth, interesting shit.
Which is something that you have to really learn. Oh, my other friend, speaking of people that are doing unique, Richard, who used to be the co-host to Get You a Piece.
Okay.
He's doing a podcast of gamers. So all they do is talk about anime and gaming.
See, it's a lane for that.
See what I'm saying? And so
my homies do that too. They call it Geek Set.
Let me tell you how much money is in it. Gaming stuff.
What?
Listen, I wish I was interested. I ain't, but I wish I was. He said, how do I find those podcasts? We have to start really doing events together. We don't do that either.
Yeah, I mean, I believe a lot of them have groups on Facebook. I'm not positive.
We should do versus for podcasts. We should do versus podcasts. That would be lit.
That would be kind of lit.
We could do that.
That would be kind of lit.
If you do front
shout out Milwaukee Nights Club because they were doing these
shout
verses before Timberland and Swiss started doing their verses.
Yeah.
Where they had podcasts going against each other in a music battle.
Oh, that's
so what they would do was categories, so it'd be like 80s
yeah.
hits, and you got to pick 3 records, and then we play the records, and the crowd pick who played the better songs.
See,
so that was a way people were learning about pods. So that was dope that they was doing that. But you know, COVID shut a lot of that shit down. But I think we need to do more meet and greets. Exactly, we need to do more. You know, just But Sherman Phoenix is opening back up. Like I think June 15th we'll be back at full capacity. So. You know, that's a spot that I plan on doing shit like that. You know,
we gotta do it.
And it helps for the businesses that's in the building with me also. You know what I'm saying? To get them more exposure too. So it worked hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could definitely do it. Because who would you put against each other? That's really the question.
I don't know. We might have to throw all the names in a bag or something.
Booze and Brunch got to go against like a male podcast. It got to be a very male dominated podcast.
Yeah.
Sweats and Suits. You don't put Booze and Brunch against Sweats and Suits.
Perfect.
Boom, we got it.
Perfect.
And we didn't even say Sweats and Suits. What's up, y'all? My bad. Shout out to y'all. My bad, Sweats and Suits.
I mean, it's a lot of pods that I like, though. I like 72 and 10. It's a lot of pods that I do like, though, that I fuck with on the real. Rachel and
Lewis.
Yeah, Rachel Lewis.
They got a podcast. Yeah. I believe it's mostly about relationships.
Yeah, and then I like Full Circle TV, Kayla and her husband Marcus. They do the family night.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, their shit is pretty dope. They based out of Madison, and their shit is almost like Jada Pinkett Red Table Talk.
Really?
Like they have you on there with your mama, and you discuss trauma with your mama, and y'all break down crying and all that shit.
I ain't gonna cry with
they shit. No, but I'm just saying.
Look at me like I ain't gonna cry with
they shit is like healing relationships.
Yeah,
they have best friends on there, fix trauma like on camera. Like they shit is really dope, and that's what I'm saying about. It's so many different lanes. Everybody don't have to be trying to do the trending topics.
And doing all of that. Yeah, like, it's just about what works for you. Like for me, like I do comedy. But I'm a comic lord. I do comedy, but I also do politics. So I'm going to talk about politics in a way that you probably won't hear it nowhere else. Because I'm
breaking candidly, so you break it down for the streets. I remember one time I wasn't on for like a week or two, and the homies got to hit me like, "Yo, bro, I don't watch the news, G. So if you don't do your podcast, I don't know what the fuck is going on current events." Get what I'm saying? Because I give it to you in layman's terms. I'm not up there like Tom Brokaw, like in today.
And then today we're gonna do that. Like, but I got
the whole ass police just shot a nigga in Racine, man.
Yeah,
he was getting his kids off the motherfucking car.
You see what I'm saying? And that's how it happens. So when you get into that, his name is such.
Yeah, exactly.
It is funny because I'll come in with facts and sound like a reporter, and so his name is in this particular day.
But I still rather hear from you than Katie Kershaw.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you actually speaking directly to these people, because you said that's Full Circle TV. Yeah,
Full Circle TV.
Well, you know these people, and so then it sounds like I think somebody's mentioned me. Full Circle TV in places like that, in me and you and Homer Blow and Patrice, Just Patrice, all of those different podcasts. I listen to Just Patrice very much.
I listen to Homer a lot too.
You know, I don't get a chance to get Homer a lot. I gotta start listening to Homer some more. I gotta make sure I follow Homer some more. I don't know why Homer not popping up on my timeline. I gotta go look. Somebody named Jay Nine just messaged me. You know who that is? Okay. This is what I'm saying. So I'm excited about Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me. I'm coming. I'm grabbing a mic.
I forgot the host hotel is the A-Loft too. So we got a host hotel.
Oh, that's nice.
Your rooms at the host hotel.
That's me, Scalez. Give me the microphone. I'm playing Rap Fabulous. I be drunk as fuck. I'm finna Rap Fabulous. Stop hanging.
No, they're like, girl, I traded.
All right. Just thinking in the background, like, oh. I'm background. I'm like, you gotta get
like Martin with Jodeci.
Definitely. I'm definitely singing the song. I'm like, you can't even sing. Fabulous, don't get mad. Let me do this part. Don't be selfish. Share the spotlight. Don't be selfish now. This is lit. I ain't gonna keep you no longer than this, Scalez.
No, man, I had a good time, man. You know, it's always fun when me and you link.
Absolutely, because I'm gonna talk shit, and you're gonna ask a question, and I'm gonna answer it, and then I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're gonna be like,
you know, I ain't gonna bite my tongue.
no. Do you know I get so irritated when people talk to me about things off camera, and then they get on camera and
freeze up?
Oh, that irritates me. I'm like,
you gotta live in your truth. And you gotta stand on what you say. And if you're wrong about it, be man enough and be grown up enough to be corrected.
That's one, but then also just say it. Yeah. I could be wrong.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
And you don't have to agree with my opinion. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
My opinion. I think the reason that a lot of people are very cool with listening to me because I don't care.
Same here.
I don't care. You can be upset as much as you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I want to say.
No, it's all that. So Milwaukee Takeover, Atlanta. The website is
MilwaukeeMeetsATL2.com.
MilwaukeeMeetsATL2.com.
That's where all the ticket, hotel information, event information, everything is right there, centrally located.
All the who's who will be there, including yours truly. Scalez will be hosting.
Yes, sir.
I will grab a mic every now and again. Let's see if there's actually one available.
July 8th through July 11th.
I'm just playing. I'll be in the background.
ATL.
I'm probably be too drunk to be on anybody's microphone.
Also, just dropped yesterday, The Offering by me and Berkey Streets is available on all digital platforms. Anywhere you can download music at or find music at online, it is there. There with all of the. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it. You really should play it on Chill Tuesday. You gonna play it on Chill Tuesday? I didn't play none of it yesterday. I could have, but it was R. Kelly night, and that nigga took up all the time. He got nothing but hits. We had to play all bunch of R. Kelly. Let me tell you something about R. Kelly. They said Chris Brown could take R. Kelly. Never. No, nobody can take R. Kelly. R. Kelly's got a lot of fucking records. R. Kelly. Do you know the name I gave for somebody who versus R. Kelly? Missy. But you said it got to be somebody from his era. Missy from his era? She is, but I don't know if she got enough. You don't think she got a lot. She got a lot, but I don't know if she got enough, bro. R. Kelly got a lot, bro. We realized yesterday that R. Kelly got remixes for remixes. Yeah. He got the original song that's dope. Yeah, then he got the remix. Then he remixed. Then he had the remix of another. Then he remixed other people's songs. Mariah Carey, "Touch My Body," hey, it's the remix killer. Yeah. We played that yesterday. I'm like, bro, I forgot about this song. He did. He's so talented. I say R. Kelly is R&B's Michael Jackson to me, as a producer, as a singer, as a writer. Visionary, all of that shit. All of it. So I think he's that. I separate the man from the music. A lot of people struggle with doing that, but I learned to do we can acknowledge it. A lot of my heroes are trash in real life, but they're very good at their job. Very good at what they do. I'm going to be real. It's a couple of people I like that I know they want to do that one shit in life. Yeah. We gotta really do something. We're going to run for mayor one day. We're going to let y'all know. We coming with something. Me and Scalez going to collaborate on something. We don't know what it is yet. We got to do something. We're going to do something. We keep telling y'all that, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I thought it would have been, keeping it real, I'm going to say this off. No, I'm going to say it on air. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I ain't giving y'all no ideas. I'll talk to y'all later. Wait, let's Scalez. We out. Peace.